Hello and welcome to another 4th level fighter first glimpse. This is Traveler 2300 AD Project Bayern, and this is a campaign, a mighty campaign that details the historic flight of the starship Bayern as it leaves human space to cross more than 450 light years of unexplored territory before reaching the Pleiades. The group of young stars has long been an object of awe, worship, and inspiration for human cultures. And as the 24th century dawns, Commander Leopold Schmidt and his international crew of brave explorers make ready to bid farewell to friends and families for a journey which will last almost half a decade. This set contains all the background data needed to run an ongoing campaign of adventures based around the monumental voyage of this great craft. This comes in at $99.99. You get the PDF for free if you purchase this through Mongoose. This requires both the Traveler Core Rulebook as well as the 2300 AD box set. So kind of a high price on this. It's about a little thicker than a normal heavy hardbound book like the core rules, but with like 30% more cost added to it. So let's take a look and see what we get. So first thing is a giant map of the Pleiades. This is going to be way too big for me to show, but this is a double-sided map of the Pleiades. But it's, you got stars on here. And the other side is the ship, the Bayern, kind of deck plans of the ship. We'll hopefully see something like that in here. Let's take a look at the books that come with it. There's 3 books. There is the mission profile, 4 books, sorry, the technical reference manual, the primary mission objectives, and the secondary mission objectives. So let's really quickly look through these. I don't need to show everything. I don't want to spoil everything, but let's just kind of take a look and see what we get. So the mission profile. In order to preserve suspense, only referees should read beyond this point. So we're just going to look quickly. And if you're a player, maybe skip the next couple of minutes here. But this is I mean, you could get years of play out of this campaign. This would be like the Deep Night box set for Traveler, where you're on a exploration ship for, was it like 20 years or 10 years, something like that. Incredibly long time. This would be similar to that, where you would just play until you guys got tired of playing. So you could get years out of this. And so $100 is expensive, but if you're getting, 500 hours or more out of that, that's pretty cheap. So let's take a look here. We've got the troop play is one thing I know for like the Deep Night book or box set that it talks about, where you play multiple characters on the ship. The ship is so large. Maybe you have a character that's part of the bridge crew, maybe captain or navigator or something. And then you have another group of characters that are maybe on like the engineering crew, and maybe you have to do missions to do repairs on the ship. And maybe you have another one that's part of like the emergency response crew. And so depending on what the adventure is, you may jump from character to character throughout the course of the campaign, but probably not multiple times in a session. But you may also play several sessions with a certain set of crew, and then you may go back and forth. And so rather than, you get to avoid the problem of like Star Trek, where Captain Kirk always has to go down on the planet because he's one of the main characters, when in truth, like, you would never want like your head, all the commanding officers of your ship to go down into danger. So it's a way to get around that. Again, I don't want to spoil a lot of this, but there's a whole set of plot points in here, as well as interludes, and then an idea for the sequence of the campaign. And this has the mission elapsed time, and as well as the cumulative mission time. And so, like if you depart, 55 days, I would assume. I think that's days. It's got to be days. And then your first interlude is at 64 days, and then the next one's at 92 days. And so there's a lot of time in between that you could insert other things in here as well. Here's an overview of the Pleiades, the Seven Sisters. Why do you go there? What's the point? What do you find there as far as the stars? What is the mission? What are we looking at doing? I'm going to jump. Calculating the mission elapsed time. Kind of ideas on people, NPCs. So a lot of NPCs, and then like heading out on the mission. You know, time to go. So very cool. And then here's the primary mission. So when it showed the mission log here, where did that go? I think I skipped it. Here, you've got like plot points and interludes. I think you'll find the plot points in here and probably the interludes in this book, I'm guessing. So again, we're just going to skip through here. So yeah, plot point 1 is the message drone. If we look back through here, plot point 1, the message drone. So again, I don't want to spoil anything, so we're just going to jump through here. But this book comes in at 56 pages for the main mission things that you might do. All the information you might want on it. Again, I don't want to spoil the main mission, so we're going to jump ahead. Secondary things, interludes, and whatnot. This one's quite a bit heavier, 120 pages, so a little over twice the page count here. But here's the secondary missions in here. So could definitely have a lot of fun with this if this is something that your players would be interested in, which, you know, a mission of exploration and you don't know what you're going to find there, like that sounds great to me. But that's not for everyone. Some people just want to do you know, military campaigns, or they just want to be, you know, space truckers or whatnot. But I think it's a great opportunity for something really cool. And then let's look at the technical reference manual. This is probably about the Bayern, about the ship. There's the Bayern right there. Let's see. So yeah, you've got maps, you know, the power, the drives, all the different parts of it. Tech level 12 ship. This is like what we saw on the back of that big fold-out map. And smaller vessels, I would assume. So kind of a high guard for the campaign, as well, you know, robots, ship's computer. 72 pages. Very cool stuff. I think this looks great. Those of you that have played this, what did you think? Did you like it? Those of you that have not played this but that play Traveler, is this something that would interest you? And those of you that have never played Traveler and maybe want to try sci-fi, what do you think? And those of you that are fantasy only, I don't need anything else in my life, no thank you. What do you think about this? Is this something that looks even remotely interesting, or would you just rather stick with fantasy? Let me know what you think. I'm just curious to hear. I'd like to get some engagement and you know, get a conversation going. So thanks you guys for watching, and hope to see you very soon.